Hi, I'm back, and I was just going to tell you guys about what they call a diabetic diet, which is actually good for everybody, and anybody can use it. So, a little bit about this information would be your carbs. You count your carbs and your calories, but mostly your carbs is what you're looking at. I, however, look at your calories and your sodium with it. So for breakfast, you're going to have 40 carbs. For lunch, you're going to have 60 carbs. And for dinner, you're going to have 60 carbs as well. And then you get 3 snacks, which are 15 carbs to 20 carbs each. So, everybody wants to think of just food as their carbs. Whatever you drink takes away from what you're eating. So if you have a glass of orange juice with your breakfast, and your breakfast is 33 carbs, but that orange juice is 38, that's pretty much 2 meals right there. So, I drink Kool-Aid singles. There's 0 carbs in them a lot of the time. At most, you might see 1 carb, maybe 10 calories at the most. That's not much of anything. Your Diet Coke is 0 carbs. However, it has sugar, alcohol in it, which is really not good for you. Certain waters, if you're into energy drinks, I know some people are because of work, you do actually have 0 carb Monster energy drinks, or I think I seen one in NOS. So there are energy drinks out there that do have your 0 carbs, because that does take away from your eating. And I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't hardly eat, but you drink. And a lot of these drinks are filled with carbs. Pops 30 some calories, or carbs, sorry. Calories would be like 290. Now your snacks. A good snack, if you do have a sweet tooth, provided you're a little bit further into the diet, your Fiber One bars and stuff, they are within your carb limit and are under 100 calories. So I do look at that. You have your broccoli and stuff, your salads. Those are very good for you. You can eat as much as you want. Now for dinner, I know it's hard to do your carbs, but they do sell a scale if you want to go get one. But I portion size my dinner, but I do the rest with carbs. Now, your bread. I cut out all bread, but if you do need bread with a meal or something, your best bread is actually going to be honey wheat. Look at your white bread, your wheat bread, and your honey wheat. For 1 slice serving for your white bread is going to be 20 calories. Carbs, I mean, they're more. And your wheat's less, but your honey wheat is the healthiest. It has 2 slices along with your wheat bread. They have 2 slices in a serving, and it's about 15, 17 calories, carbs usually. And there's not a whole lot of calories in it. So you want to limit your condiments, your seasonings, because they do have carbs in them, believe it or not, depending on the seasoning you're using. So there is that. That is another good way to diet. Everybody can do it. Drink a lot of water. Another good diet there is, and I don't have a whole lot of, I can't give you a lot of examples, but your 3-day military diet. Now, I know a lot of people want to just lose maybe 10 pounds. They have a dress they want to get into, or a bathing suit, and they want to do it in a week, but they need to lose 10 pounds. Your 3-day military diet can make you lose 10 pounds in a week. It's a 3 days. Now, if you do that 3-day military diet, the other 4 days, I don't mean stuff your face. Nonetheless, eat what you want, I should say. But do a smaller diet. Exercise a little bit, or do your diabetic diet the rest of the 3 days. I lost 5 pounds with half a day of just the military diet. This is how the military loses abundance amount of weight in a small period of time. They can lose up to 40 pounds a month doing the military diet, but they also have their exercising and a healthier style of eating for the other 4 days of the week. That's going to balance out your weight loss. So, for the rest of you, I hope you've done the first 2 steps I've given you. This is another way to start your diet. It's also very good. Again, the Hip Hop Abs and the Rockin' Body are very good videos. I used it. I lost 40 pounds in 4 months. Now, of those of you who want to keep the weight off, this is the best way to do it, because the longer it takes you to lose the weight, the more likely you are to keep it off. Typically, it's a lifestyle change, what you're looking for. So if you put off 10 pounds a month, great. No, that doesn't always work for some people. Or they're like, well, I see the scales changing, but I don't see the results. So here's another way, if you are one of them people who need to see it physically and not just on the scale. So you get a measurement. You get a little notebook. They're, 50 cents at the dollar store? A little handheld pocket notebook, small. You're going to do it the same day every week, generally about the same time. So if you're going to do it Friday after dinner, roughly Friday after dinner every week. And you're going to do it with no clothes on, maybe after a shower. Now you're going to measure the same places every week in the same spot. So generally, wherever you want to lose weight at, your thighs, your stomach, to be around your belly button, your hips, which are lower, your ribs, your bust line, your arms, whatever. And you're going to write down each measurement for each place. And you do it weekly. You will see a difference on exactly where your weight loss is. Now that is a good place to physically see where it is, and you get to see it. That's where the pictures come in too, because you get a physical, oh, there's that difference that I didn't see, but I seen on the scale. So your next step would be to choose how you want to do it, whether it be a diabetic diet, 3-day military diet, or if you just want to do a lifestyle change. You've changed your water, which in turn should have changed your sugar intake and your pop. Now, I think the next best step, personally, would be to eliminate bread. Bread is a big weight gain. Now, your bread, once you stop eating it, you'll lose weight. You really will, because bread isn't that healthy. Now, if you do, let's say all you have is bread or a sandwich or something, do go with the honey wheat. Do make sure you are doing the healthiest style of bread. But if you were like me, I had to have bread with every meal. Kind of grew up that way. So when I cut out bread, I lost about 10 pounds myself. I no longer buy it. I don't really eat a whole lot of bread. If I do, it is honey wheat and it's in moderation. I don't go to town on it. So I would take 2 weeks. And once it becomes habit and it's a lifestyle and it's just natural, that's when you're going to want to do your next step. So if you're like me, you love pasta. That was my next step. I cut out pasta. I used to have pasta like 6 times a month. I'm serious, no joke. I was really bad about it. But now I may have it maybe once, twice a month. I've cut down a lot. Now the pasta I do eat, I eat in portion size, and I always counter it with a salad. So if you're going to have spaghetti, do a salad. You can have a big salad. And if you're diabetic, it's going to help bring down the sugar that the pasta is going to raise it. So if your sugar normally would have been like 150, 160 eating pasta, it will now be closer to a 120 range or so. I mean, it's going to go down a lot further. So it'll help your sugar as well. That salad will, but it's also healthy. So with your portion size, it's not too bad. Make sure you have a healthy vegetable with it, a salad, maybe some corn or green beans, whatever. And that is your next step. Portion size. Work on portion sizes. The sides of your boxes. I actually have one right here, right with me. Now, it'll tell you your serving size. You're going to want to go by that. So your serving size for this, I simply bought from the Aldi's. It's fruit strips. They're raspberry flavored. They're my son's, but nonetheless, one strip is a serving size. Now, your carbs are 13, which is within your carb limit for a snack. Your sodium is 5. Your calories are 50. So you would typically only do one fruit strip, and that's going to be a serving size. So do pay attention to your serving size, because a lot of people are like, well, it's one serving, you know. It's really 2 or 3. Get in the habit. If you do like exercising and you have kids and it's a big deal, you gotta spend time with your kids, you don't have time, make it a family thing. There's nothing wrong with your child exercising with you. My son is 6 years old and he exercises with me. He does that hip hop abs. I mean, he's not the best at it, but it's fun for him. He's spending time with mommy, he's dancing, he's goofing around, and he's all around having fun, and we're spending time together. I made it a family thing. And the younger they are, the better of a lifestyle habit it'll become, and it'll make it easier for them in the long run when you do want them to eat healthy. So this change doesn't always have to be just for you. It can be for the family. It's a better lifestyle, and especially the exercising. Do it together. Go for walks together. Go ride bikes together if you have kids, because I know that is a big priority, spending time with your kids. I get it. I have 2 kids. So make it something fun for everybody if you do it. If not, my kids go to bed at 7:30 because they have school. So do it after bed. Do it before they get up. If they're early birds, do it at nap time and then at bedtime. You know, whatever you need to. Make it fun. It doesn't have to be a habit. It doesn't have to be a chore. But put fun in it, because it'll make it easier. And one more thing. We also want to discuss it was our snacks. We want to have a snack. Now, if you have kids, serving size is a big thing, because we do have kids who overeat. And you want to say, oh, this is just a handful. It's just a bag of chips, but it's like a 30 serving bag of chips maybe. It's a family size. Or if you're like my mom's ex, he ate a family size bag of chips a day. It's one serving to him, but it's really not. It's really not. Or cookies. Some cookies are 2 cookies for a serving. Now, some cookies are 1 cookie for a serving, but you eat 5 or 6, so it's just 1 serving. It's just a handful. So we do want to look at our serving sizes, very much pay attention to it, because you honestly don't realize just how many servings you're eating until you actually start looking. So there is that. Make sure you get enough sleep. Choose wisely. And there are more drinks out there than you think that don't have calories or carbs. Because I drink and drink and drink. I'm diabetic. I'm thirsty. I'm a glutton. And I drink a lot. But I don't drink anything that has carbs or calories. And if I do, it is once in a blue moon. Maybe once a month. I don't do it. So, have fun. Good luck.